In this video, we will first briefly introduce our work titled StyleSync, High-Fidelity Generalized and Personalized Lip Sync in Style-Based Generator, and then demonstrate some synthesized videos comparing with related methods. We first briefly introduce the setting of our task. Given an image or video clip of any person, and a driven audio of any source, we aim to generate high-fidelity video of the given person with synchronized lip movement. In this figure, our lip sync results should have the same mouth shapes as the lip-synced video of the conditional audio. Our StyleSync framework is simply designed by leveraging several successes of previous style-based generators. The basic elements of the original StyleGang 2, including the W+ space and the StyleGang generators layers, are depicted in blue on the figure. Different from randomly sampling from the latent space, we use the audio embedding to modulate convolution operations in the generative layers, which is depicted in yellow on the figure. In the part of facial encoding, as no information about the mouth and jaw shape is provided on the masked target frame, we leverage a random reference frame to provide the desired context, and then concatenate the facial embedding with the audio embedding to form the style vector in the W space. In the personalized optimization, we further extend it into the W+ space by introducing person-specific optimization, which we will discuss later. For the general setting, the vectors denoted delta W, which are depicted in green on the figure, are set to 0. During generation, we design a mask-guided spatial information encoding module that preserves the details of the given face. In detail, the mouth shapes are accurately modified by audio through modulated convolutions. Facial embeddings are further attached to StyleGang layers in a similar status as noise injection. These content-guided feature maps could well preserve the original spatial structure and attributes of the encoded visual information. However, the goal of generating lip motions needs to create dynamics that are different from the original facial structure. Directly passing through the facial embeddings will greatly influence the final results. We identify that more than desired facial structure information is infused in the low-level information of the generation. As a result, we intuitively mask out the low-level part in the facial embeddings. Again, in the general setting, the parameter shifts delta P is also kept as 0. The backbone training objectives are mostly aligned with previous works, including reconstruction loss, adversarial loss, and lip sync loss. For the personalized optimization, we pursue to capture personalized property in terms of talking style with the given template video. Related ingredients are depicted in green on the figure. According to our formulation, the W+ space contains both the lip motion and the high-level facial style information. Thus optimizing it would ideally lead to person-specific lip motion pattern. AMLP is adopted to learn proper latent shifts from the facial embedding. In addition, the generator most accounts for the synthesizing quality. We allow the parameters of our generator to shift a little margin to delta P with the personalized data we use. Thus, the final objectives be summarized as following. Where the first term denotes the overall loss functions across the generalized training. And we restrict the displacements in a limited step. Next, please watch our supplementary video.
Hello, thanks for watching this supplementary video for our paper, StyleSync, High-Fidelity Generalized and Personalized Lip Sync in Style-Based Generator.
Our method not only supports high-fidelity modification to any target template video according to conditional audio but can further adapt to personal styles using only limited frames for optimization.
But no, the whole thing. This one, I've got no idea. It's number 2. I'm just running around with Wyatt all day long, and so I haven't looked at the book. I haven't even refreshed.
So anyone would be a fool to say they wouldn't want to be recognized for something like that. So
I'm tough in that I'm always looking for the best in myself, and I want.
Nobody is as moody as I used to be. So it's, in a way, I'm very happy I was that way back.
And interview and get in the minds of serial killers. I've even read books on men on death row, their last meal, their last words. I don't know what my fascination is.
Get it up before, so now finally this is the moment they found their true passion. They figured out who they are.
Now, as we saw in that report by our correspondent Catherine Bayer.
Now, you are watching the results of our generalized model. The generated video is in high fidelity and synchronized with the given audio. After personalized optimization, our method can be further adapted to the talking style of a given identity.
Now, as we saw in that report by our correspondent
was doing the scene, which was emotional, but then all of a sudden we wrapped
And Irish people know what freedom is. We have more in common with each other than we do.
Girl related to being a poor girl. I know what education could do for a poor girl, so I wanted to.
So they look radically different, but their origins are actually from the same place.
A good song that's written well with a great melody, that can translate regardless. You know, in Sugarland we do a lot.
So they look radically different.
A good song that's written well with a great melody, that can translate regardless.
I always wanted older brothers, so a few doors up from where I lived, there was a
And before I introduce him, for better historic understanding and context, a little Taoism 101. And before I introduce him, for better historic understanding and context, a little Taoism 101. And before I introduce him, for better historic understanding and context, a little Taoism 101. That's the question I think all of us do when you're caught in the middle of a crisis. That's the question I think all of us do when you're caught in the middle of a crisis. That's the question I think all of us do when you're caught in the middle of a crisis.
Are you uninsured or looking for more?
Twitter has told employees that the company's office buildings will be temporarily closed, with immediate effect.
In the meantime, one of our other main...
Twitter hat den Mitarbeitern mitgeteilt, dass die Bürogebäude des Unternehmens mit sofortiger Wirkung vorübergehend geschlossen werden.
Now, South Africa says it will.
Twitter 已告知员工，公司办公楼将暂时关闭，即日起生效。
All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights.
They are endowed with reason and conscience and should treat each other in a spirit of brotherhood.
Thanks for watching and have a good day.